Aquarius, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot, another bonus reading for my fellow Aquas and anybody else who might be following this sign. These are general readings. Please keep that in mind. Only take messages that resonate with you, leave the rest behind. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box. And thank you, Aquarius. You guys have been so good to me. I just want to say thanks again for all of your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your contributions to the channel. I appreciate that, so thank you very much. Let's see. I am Aquarius, as most of you know, but some people ask why I do so many Aquarian readings. It's just because I feel the energy, and I am Aquarius. So yeah, I do Pisces as well. My rising is Pisces, my Venus is Pisces, so I'm kind of doing a little more Pisces as well. All right, Aquarius, what's going on, guys? Today's January the 6th. What do we have in store for my fellow Aquas? All right, we're starting off with Ten of Swords. Can't say I love that, but it could be an ending to something that opens up to a new beginning. Let's see. Okay, Page of Swords. Judgment. Yeah, I was gonna say here, something you guys found out, you found something out about a person, a situation. I feel like you got really turned off, to be honest with you. You could be, you know, sometimes we have to try not to judge a situation or a person just by something that they are or what they're doing or what it is. But I feel like you've made a decision here, Aquarius. You're done. You're completely closing something out. I feel like it could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. It's something that you may have done a little bit of digging and finding out a little bit more about something, and you just said, you know what, no, that's not for me, I'm finished. I feel like it's somewhat of a turnoff is what I get. But again, when I did see the Ten of Swords, I see the Judgment. Judgment also does allow things to open up for a much more prosperous beginning, something that's new. It frees you from a situation. I do feel like we have to remember the forgiveness aspect, especially if we're judging any situation, really. Why the Strength card? Why the Strength card? I feel like you just knew here, Aquarius. You knew. It's like there's no compromising here. You're standing in your decision. You know that this is the right decision that you made. It's something I know you feel right, like you feel strong about or confident about. You may have had Okay, yeah, the Strength with the Five of Swords. So I feel like you're standing in your position for something here, Aquarius. You're something to do with a conflict here. By ending this situation, or by your judgment, it could have offended the other person. So you may have a very good argument or a good defense on this, on why you're doing what you're doing. Let me get one more here. Definitely to stand strong or to push through some sort of argument, disagreement, conflict. Yeah, Two of Swords. Okay. Not to second guess yourself here either, Aquarius, which I don't think you are. I think you're definitely not second guessing yourself, but somebody here could have made you feel like you've made the wrong decision. Somebody here could be fighting you on a decision that you've made, and you know in your heart of hearts, you know exactly the decision you made, and that you're not being, somebody could have used the example of like the decision that you make, or the decision that you made, the judgment call that you did, Aquarius. They're kind of like trying to make you worry, trying to make you feel like you better be cautious, you better be careful. There could be something negative on the other side, but really I think you know the truth. I think that wherever you went to, Aquarius, you know that you made the right decision, that you ended something, and I feel like the other party is the one that's really having a difficult time accepting your decision. I think they also may have some regrets in that with the 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords. I feel like somebody else has a form of trying to get you back, or trying to conflict or fight with you to change your mind. They're kind of they could be filling up your headspace with false information, or like trying to make you feel like where you're headed was a bad idea, was a bad decision. Stay strong here in this situation, Aquarius. You know this already. You already know your decision was right. A part of you in the initial part of your decision making, you may have had some second guesses, but I feel like after you looked into things more, or after you sort of got yourself into whatever it is you're dealing with, you know for sure now that this was something that was the right thing for you. Wherever you left, or whatever you were, it wasn't healthy, and that's one of the reasons. I'm not sure why this other person or situation is trying to battle you or help or make you change your mind. You know at this point this wasn't going to be good for you. Your energy gets drained around this person. It's never a smooth, something here never seems to be, I feel like this was a build-up. I feel like 10 of Swords was building, you cracked, you're done. And it's like there's always something up with the situation that you've been dealing with. There's always something with maybe victim, like somebody being a victim in their mentality, the way they approach things. There's also like an indecisive nature from them, which is why I feel like you took the bold move here to call it what it is, to make that judgment call. And it may not have been very easy for you, Aquarius, because maybe you were trying to work with it. Yeah, another Swords, 4 of Swords. You kind of had no option here but to leave this scenario behind you. It was exhausting you. Like I said, 10 of Swords. You took and took and took, and then it finally, the straw that breaks the camel's back, 4 of Swords. So this person or situation, that they're trying to mess, I think, they're trying to mess a little bit with your headspace. You also got confirmation here that spending the time with this is just proven to you that it drains you, that you need to like almost cut ties completely. And that's one of the things I feel with the Strength card, is that you may normally, you know, a part of you, Aquarius, is trying to maybe remain loyal to a degree, or to remain sort of like so there's no animosities, you know, you're trying to be friendly or keep things sort of on the easy. But I think that ultimately here, you may have to completely cut this off. And I think a lot of you are, but it's just, you've got to continue to stand strong in that decision to completely, you're turned off. So you have to eventually maybe cut this right off. Somebody here is also this indecisive nature, can never make their mind up, confuses you with decisions, what they're doing, what they're not doing, if they are, if they're not, what should I do? They have all different kinds of, they're conflicted in their own decision-making process, which could be part of the exhaustion. It's like you knew all along here, Aquarius, even if you give this person or situation the truth, the advice, what you feel you know, or you try to bring the clarity in, it still seems to drain you. It's not received well. There's always something that they push back on, or they have a like I said, a victim mentality, an excuse, something that changes course. You've come to finally realize that There's no changing the situation. You can't do that. You can only change yourself. And I feel like that's why you have this Judgment card. It's like moving ahead for your own well-being and leaving that behind you. Yeah, Three of Wands. I think emotionally here, Aquarius, you were sort of planning a bit of, like you were exercising your goals, your visions, where you saw yourself. You were still, it's like you were still growing almost behind the scenes. You were kind of looking at your next move, so to speak. You were planning, because I feel like you saw this coming to a crash or coming to a problem or like a standstill. You saw this thing or this person or situation. You were like, I know this is gonna end anyways. So I feel like something made you somewhat wander or look, your feelings pivoted in a different direction. And I feel like, you know, there's a part of this situation, Aquarius, that's allowed you to grow. It's allowed you to sort of actually follow a part of your dream or follow a part of where you're supposed to be. You had to go through a certain step or something here where you had to finally put this behind you. One sec, I want to see something here. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Where's this going? Page of Pentacles, another offer possibly coming forward that's more secure, for sure, more down to earth. Some of you moved into a direction of, it's like you received less. Let's say this is a job. You may have received less, but you are more emotionally fulfilled. So you have a lot of emotional contentment, a lot of happiness, a lot of emotional, you feel good about this, even though it could be a little bit less in terms of maybe, for instance, a financial offer. But at least you feel secure. At least you know that you're on your way. You see prospect, you see potential in this. I feel like somebody here is showing a lot more appreciation for you. It's some of you are beginning a startup company or working for a brand new startup company as well. It's something like you're starting into something new that you see the potential and the growth. So some of you are maybe leaving something behind you that maybe at one point showed. I feel like some of you are going into startup or new beginnings, new startup ventures. Let me clarify this. Death and rebirth, new beginnings, death and rebirth, starting something from maybe the ground up. But I feel like this is something that had to end. It's transformation, it's change. It's something that you suddenly ended, but it's you're doing something from the new. You're starting from that birthing process. Scorpio energy. This is where I feel like a lot of you get a little bit of, or not a little bit, a lot of emotional excitement. I feel like it's that Scorpio energy. It's intense. Even though something can be a startup, it can show huge potential. So I feel like some of you are, that's going to be for a select number of you, but there's endings to new beginnings from old endings. It's a big change for you. You guys also could have had like sudden endings. 10 of Swords, the Death card. you could have given very little notice to this person and just literally moved on like overnight kind of thing. And that's why I feel like the Strength card is like, you know, you've got to stand your ground, because this person could be trying to pull you back or trying to convince you otherwise, or trying to say that, instill fear, instill doubt. You know, you chose something wrong. You don't, there could be like a gossiping energy there with that Five of Swords. I feel like it's conflictual, but it's Two of Swords. It's like confusing, trying to make you doubt, trying to make you feel confused about the decision that you made. But you know in your heart of hearts here, Aquarius, that you know your emotional state is good. You feel good. You feel better about this. What's the... I'm just going to close the reading off. Quick reading, guys. What is the closing energy for Aquarius, please? Any other messages? One more shuffle. Temperance. So I think that that's a card of healing. Eventually things kind of go back into their flow, and even maybe with this person, it's kind of like once they realize, Aquarius, that you're not really interested in playing games or budging or trying to be convinced otherwise, it's almost like they realize that they kind of lost at their own game in a way. They can't really overpower or persuade or seduce the Aquarian here. I feel here that, you know, things will fall back into place with you in this situation, but overall you find there's something here that requires healing. And it could be between you and the other party, or, you know, that person may have, it's because of you, Aquarius, vice versa, that healing has occurred. There's a reason that something came into your life in order to create a form of healing or some change. Ultimately, I see that you guys are going into a good direction, but I also feel that with the Judgment, so does the other person in time. They find their own way, they find their healing. In time, things fall into place. They will recognize, you know, and I think that they do. I think that you're recognized. That's why somebody was trying to, you know, challenge you on this and convince you otherwise, because they could have regrets. They could have second thoughts themselves about why this all went down. I just want to get one more for fun here. Temperance. Why? One more, please. Clarify this. It's like everything in the end you can look back on. You can look back at this one day and just be like, it is what it is now. It's just an experience that you've had. King of Swords, Aquarius energy, but also just emotionally detaching from this and just moving on with yourself. I feel that I want to get one more. One sec. I feel like this person knows they have a difficult time emotionally detaching. Yeah, Three of Swords. Somebody here has a difficult time detaching from you, Aquarius, or vice versa. Strength card kind of indicates there that we got to stand strong during this time frame, because somebody here is having a hard time emotionally detaching, and I feel like it's heartbreak for them. They go through a certain amount of pain, but some of this is self-induced. You know, this person's inducing pain upon themselves and maybe inflicting it on others, including yourself. And I feel like I'm getting like mastermind, like somebody is maybe trying to, like I said, play with your mind. That King of Swords with the Three of Swords, it's almost like a sabotaging outcome where this person or this situation, it was sabotaged, it was broken down because somebody here, I don't know, they have a way about them, which is why also some of you had to just suddenly cut the cord completely. It's like no notice, no negotiation, it's done. It's like now, as of now, it's over. And I feel like that's where that was a bit of a painful stake to deal with. But in time, this has happened so that somebody could, there's healing from it on whatever level that may be. but I feel like this person's very conflicted within themselves, causing people maybe to disappear from them or break. It causes a lot of pain ultimately on themselves. Emotional detachment, they can't. Let's see what the wisdom of the Tao says. Thanks again, guys, for your likes, your shares, your comments. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit those buttons for me if you could. And let's see here. What is the wisdom of the Tao? Appreciate yourself. Long-lasting fulfillment comes from the ability to create your own internal peace and happiness. Feeling sad, lonely, or even insecure is all part of a soul's growth. Appreciate who you are and the unique qualities that you offer to the world. And I feel like that's the thing here, Aquarius, as well. I want you guys to look up the spirit animal. I'm not sure what it means off the top of my head, but the crane. There's a crane in this. There's the crane here. You can take a look at that yourselves. Maybe somebody knows off the top. You can put it in the notes if you want. But the crane may have some significance here. And I feel like that's the Temperance card. I feel like you appreciate yourself. I feel like you're okay in situations, even if they fall out. Even if something isn't working out, I feel like you have the ability to sort of allow it to be what it is. I feel like you can do your own healing within yourself, and that you can offer that sense of forgiveness or just allowing it to be what it is, accepting. To me, the Temperance is showing me the acceptance of a situation, even though it's not necessarily the way you would ideally want it to be. It is what it is. And I feel that this is where this is like the ability to create your own internal peace and happiness. That's Temperance to me. So this person here is maybe struggling with that. But that's part of the healing that they need to learn. That's part of the lesson here, is that they see you moving on, being happy, going through great change, great emotional fulfillment. And I feel like there's a lot of success here for you, Aquarius, in wherever you end up. I feel like you grow from this. And this person, they kind of know this, King of Swords. They know. It's not like they don't realize that you made the right or wrong decision. They know you made the right decision, but their defense, their defense or the way that they conflict with others is by making them second guess themselves. They make, really it's because that's what they're probably feeling inside. All right, Aquarius, I want to wish you guys an awesome day. Thanks again for all your support. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.